What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video. This is great news for Inart fans and Lord of the Rings fans. I'm assuming, like myself. So Inart, as you know, have been, I guess, how do I call this? Kind of outsourcing now. So Big Bad Toy Store carried Inart figures since last year, but they're really expensive. And I always thought it was, hey, it's the price of, because they're imported, right? Like they're not supposed to be selling here in the United States. So I'm assuming like Big Bad is, taking a massive risk on selling Inart. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. All I know is they don't have the license for some IPs, Dune they do, to sell here in the United States. So that's why you can only get them from Hong Kong resellers or, smaller company. That's why we don't see them on Sideshow. Let's just put it this way. But now, and then they did, right? We saw Man of Steel, Superman, but it's really expensive. I can't even buy it. It's like $550 at Big Bad. And I love Big Bad. That's where I only shop for like 99% of the time. But I couldn't buy it. Like I'm not that interested in Man of Steel anyway. I got the Hot Toys version. And now we got this Legolas, where again, I do have the Asmus version. I'm not comparing the two because it's not comparable, but I'm pretty happy with mine. I'm okay. It's not as good as this. I get it, but I'm okay. But now the price is comparable. It's actually cheaper than if you buy this at Big Bad than one of the more reputable Hong Kong resellers out there. I checked their website. Now, of course, the difference is going to be the tax because you are taxed if you are buying it here in the United States. Also, depending on the state where you're at, your tax may vary. But I would rather pay the tax and be secured than purchasing this outside, outside. And the thing is, two things that I'm not a big fan of Inart is one is their price, and two, just how you buy it. Like I'm just not comfortable buying it from a reseller. I've had bad experiences. I'm not saying everyone is, but now that they are selling this at a competitive price, like I said, it's cheaper. It is cheaper than by $5, not by much, but I mean, I'm willing to bet, the customer service of Big Bad is amazing. I already proven that so many times. At least for my experience, it might vary on yours, but I think most people would prefer buying it from a more reputable dealer here in the US, that unless you're out of the country, of course. So I'm gonna try it out. It is still expensive. There's nothing we can do about the price. It is $550 or $549, $550, a bit more than what I wanted to pay for. But having my experience with Inart, for example, Joker, I wasn't happy with Joker. Had I bought it, because I didn't buy the Joker, I traded Hot Toys for that Joker. Had I bought it, let's say I bought it at Big Bad, and I received the product that I received, I would have returned it. And with Big Bad, it's not an issue returning anything. Try returning it in Hong Kong. It might be an issue, even replacing the head sculpt or whatnot. And maybe Big Bad wouldn't be able to do that, because it's still Inart we're dealing with here. It's not like Hot Toys where they have, replacement parts and whatnot. And also, you might run into trouble as well. You're buying it from Big Bad Toy Store, but it doesn't mean you're going to get the first batch. You know how problematic Inart's batch system is. Luckily for me, I don't care about those kind of things. And I understand people do care. And I totally agree with you where there's no rhyme or reason. And I don't think that's going to change. Even if Big Bad gets, I wouldn't say licensing, but I'm trying to look for the right word. They're the ones selling their figure. They are as big as they could get here. You can make an argument that out after Big Bad, then you step into Sideshow. Now that's the big boy right there. But Big Bad is as high as you can get before Sideshow. So hopefully they get priority, because it is Big Bad. So if they start, I guess, distributing their product, so hopefully they get priority batches. That by priority, I mean, you know, not a year after the influencers get it. But we don't know, right? We're speculating at this point. I'm just looking at this from the perspective of, hey, I can finally buy this from a retailer that I trust. So, same at a price that is comparable, if not better than others. So with that, I'm pretty happy with that. Even Nazgul, I'm gonna make a video of Nazgul as well. That Nazgul is still overpriced, regardless of where you buy it from. But with this Legolas, Lord of the Rings is, I would say, it depends on the day. The best trilogy that I've ever seen, either Lord of the Rings or the Nolan trilogy, it flip-flops, depending on the day. But this is very close to home for me. So, sure, I mean, if they carry Aragorn, I would have bought it from Big Bad. No questions asked. Now, I did pre-order this. I did pre-order this at Big Bad. So if it comes out in 2027, that is a big possibility as well. Who knows? Maybe. But it's Big Bad. I fully trust them with my money. I don't think they're going to close in 2 years. Hopefully not. And again, if something goes wrong, let's say I get this and it's like, it's hard to see, because my Joker is just, the hair is different from everyone else. It feels like I got the bad hand of Joker. And then I contact Inart and they're no help. I was supposed to make another video, but it's just laughable, their customer services. So by having Big Bad as the middle person, I don't have to deal with their customer service. If I receive this Legolas and, for example, the belt is messed up or the hair is not, up to a $550 figure standard, then I'll just return it, get my money back. And that's it, that is the assurance, at least, that I do have compared to buying it from a retailer outside. So I'm really happy about that as a Lord of the Rings fan. And also, we all know Inart's quality is great if it works. When you get lucky, it's one of the best out there. The price is the price. But if it's Lord of the Rings, I'll make an exception. I'll try this one out. The Joker, I didn't really feel it because I didn't buy it. I traded 3 Hot Toys for it. But here, we shall see. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Are you a fan of Inart? Are you going to start changing the way you buy things? Or are you going to maintain that? Let me know in the comments down below. Would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.